So in today's video, we're going to go over how I locked up 15 deals in 14 days. Okay. This is the exact process and of course the resources I use to lock up these deals on the MLS, making cash offers to agents. So if you're watching this, don't miss out on this opportunity to increase your deal flow. So we're going to go over the resources needed. I'll show you exactly how to find deals to send offers on. I'll show you exactly how I evaluate these deals fast. I will also show you exactly how I send offers automatically as well as how I follow up on those offers. Okay. And I'll explain how you can kind of organize your day to better optimize your time and be more efficient. And then if there's any questions, do not hesitate to ask as long as it's on the topic. And then all other Q&A will be at the end once we're finished going over this topic. Cool. All right, so first off, let's go over the 3 resources that you're going to need in order to do this successfully. Okay. Of course, I'm going to recommend one over the other due to my biased experience and opinion. So you need to be able to find deals. We're going to use a tool called Privy. If you don't have Privy, you can use Redfin, you can use Zillow, you can use any other alternative free source or paid source. You're more than welcome to, but we're going to go through Privy. The second thing we're going to use is a spreadsheet to evaluate these deals, and it allows you to evaluate multiple deals at a time. Okay. This spreadsheet you guys already have, and if you don't have it, go to my free resources at builtcrm.com/free resources and you'll find it there. Okay. And then you're going to need either an email account or built CRM, right? So built CRM, the advantages, you can send automatic offers and it will follow up. So we're going to go through step by step how to find the deal, how to evaluate the deal, and then how to send those offers automatically. It is recommended to have a conversation with the agent before you send the offer. However, I'm going to show you both ways. Okay. Especially for us that like to be lazy and don't want to have a conversation. So let's go ahead and deep dive into this real quick. Again, you can use whatever tool you want. In this case, we are going to use Privy. So it's really simple. We're just really going to target an area that we want to target. And based on that, you get to find deals. All right. So if you're using Privy, I like to target a specific area and maybe, hell, it doesn't have to be Tampa. Let's just target this entire area right here so that we can have multiple properties that show up. And if it wants to work, it's fine. Okay, cool. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to filter whatever target that we chose. Okay. I'm going to purposely filter this by fix and flip and shift this down to about 70% of ARV. Those of you who already know how to use Privy, I don't really have to explain. But if not, just follow along and you'll see the magic, right? So right here, I'm just going to make this 70% if it lets me. I'm going to show Privy preferred just because I know it works in this particular area. Single family active deals. You can search other properties. That's completely up to you. You can filter and do whatever you need. In this case, I'm just going to reduce the purchase price under 750,000. So we're not wasting too much time. Timeline 6 months, that's fine. And we're going to go ahead and run search. Now, notice not a lot of properties are going to pull up. Let's just expand this with the little pencil so we have a decent area. And if it wants to draw. Okay, so cool. The way I do this is eventually you're going to be able to cover all of Florida within a week if you so wanted to. The process is you circle an area and you just go through all the properties. Now, there's not going to be that many properties compared to what's actually on the MLS, right? There's a lot less. But in this circumstance, we just want to find the ones that we know potentially could be a deal, right? And basically comp it, underwrite it, and send an offer directly. Okay. So for this purpose, we're just going to go directly down the list until we find a property because I want to show you the good and the bad, right? And in this circumstance on this one, well, we don't have photos. If we go to comps directly, you'll see that we're in a decent area. There's other comps in the area. Let's see. we could possibly make this one work. However, we don't know what's going on with this specific property besides what they tell you. First time buyers or savvy investors. So most likely it needs a little bit of rehab. But in this circumstance, what we really just want to do is go through a property and just go to the comps directly, so we're not wasting any time. Okay. Now you can keep this little box. Of course, you don't want to cross major roads. You don't want to, um, you know, go above other neighborhoods and so forth. We want to stick to our typical comping skills. This is not a comping tutorial, so if you don't know how to comp, go watch my previous videos. But anyhow, so I'm going to pull this one up right here. I mean, I know this area pretty well, so like it's fine. But if you don't know, just stick to the box. For now, I know 15th Street is a main street, so I'm not going to go past that. And I know this one's a main street, and that one's a main street, so we're going to stick right here. I'm just going to take this little box. So notice I made the box smaller. Doesn't have to be perfect, but what I really want to see is there any properties that sold within the same square footage, within the same bed and bath count? This one's not. And then has pretty much the same lot size, same year build, and so forth. And so this one anyway sold back in April. That's 4 months ago. I don't even take that into consideration. If it's not sold within 3 months, I'm not going to count it. Next thing we want to do is look at the property specifically and see, hey, is this even the same style house? And is it, matching all the same criteria that we have as far as comparables? So looking at this house, it's hard to tell the nature of it, but let's shift this over so maybe we can see something better. It's just a regular, nothing too specific. However, this one, we go ahead and look at it, same style, we can take that into consideration. So there's only one comp here. Preferably you want to have 3 comps because buyers like to see 3 comps. But it doesn't mean we still can't make an offer, maybe even slightly lower to maybe gauge some interest. Now there are other comparables also inside of this that did sell, and we got to take those into consideration. Only one of them met our criteria for the filter, but we have other ones that sold at different price points. Hell, even less than ours. Well, the ones that sold less than ours were probably even in worse condition than ours, so we're not even going to take that into consideration. So what I like to do is filter by, let's just go by price, and then take away everything that's above, let's say 95%, and then we can actually look at the data. Because anything typically above 95% is not renovated. So we'll go ahead and delete those. Now there is a 91% here. We can take a look at it and see if it was renovated or not. If we don't know, just go ahead and take the address. We'll pull it up into Zillow or anywhere else just to see and confirm. So looking at this is not renovated, so we already know that's not a comp. So we can go ahead and cancel that out and go ahead and delete that comp as well. So now we have all of these properties right here. 82% of ARV, 86%, all the way down to 67%. And the price points are everywhere. So let's go back to our comps and say, okay, bed and bath count. Well, I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove it. This is a 2-2, doesn't meet us. 2-1 doesn't meet us. 2-2 doesn't meet us, and so forth, right? I'm going to go ahead and remove everything that doesn't meet our criteria. Now, again, just make sure your build is within the same time frame. So go ahead and sort it. 1925 does not work. 1948 is within 10 years. These are all within 10 years. 71 is not. And the 89 is not. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comps that we could potentially look at. Where did our map go? Okay, let's just see where we are at. Where did we go on here? Okay, here we go. All right, cool. So all of these properties are still within our range. Only thing we did was take off all the extra properties in this case. So there's 5 properties. Again, you want to confirm and say, okay, well, what does this property look like? Oh, looks like it's at least renovated in a certain stance. This one looks renovated. This one looks renovated. This one looks renovated. This one looks renovated. All just from the exterior. I can only assume that the interior is renovated. You could deep dive into them, but at the end of the day, they're already meeting all of our criteria and they're probably comps. So 5 comps is better than 1, although only one of them actually met our filter. So I still have to be conservative and take all of these as part of my comps. I'm not going to take highest and best. I'm not going to take the lowest. I'm going to take the average. So how I do it here is I take the cost per square foot, I add them all together, divide it by the 5 properties, and then we'll have our own unique cost per square foot that we can use to evaluate this property. So if you're using a calculator, I like to do it on my phone. So we have 303, 357, 285, 200, 310, and 312. And we're going to divide that by 5. That's $353 a square foot on average. That doesn't seem correct. So let's go ahead and do that again. 303, 357, 285, 310. That's where we're making a mistake. And then 312. So that's 1567 divided by 5. So we're 313 a square foot times our square footage, which is 1080. So our ARV is 338 on average. So the way I like to do is I like to switch directly to the spreadsheet, and you could put this directly into the CRM. I just want to gather everything in here, and if it doesn't meet my criteria, I don't even put it into the CRM if it doesn't hit a green on the spreadsheet. So this is one way to do it. So you could focus your time on just, let's say in the evenings, finding all the properties, and then you go in the next morning, you call them all, and you send all the offers simultaneously. That would be like a good workflow. Or maybe you get up in the morning and you find all the properties. After lunch, you call everybody, and then you send all the offers. Either one works. But in this circumstance right here, I'm going to go start from scratch, and we're going to say, okay, the ARV on this one is 338,472. Okay. They're asking on this particular property 249. I'll go back and we'll put 249. This spreadsheet's already pre-calculates everything, including rehab and everything. I don't know what the property renovation needs on there. I'm going to assume it's a basic renovation, so it says it's okay for a homeowner, yet a savvy investor. It could be a lipstick. It could be just carpet and paint. We don't know. We'll confirm and call first to determine that. Now, the square footage of this is 1080. If you put that in here, it's automatically going to adjust your rehab cost. It's going to adjust the minimum flip profit at 15% for an investor. If you want to change that to 10% and find a buyer, good luck. You're more than welcome to. You can see your assignment fee here as well, 73%. As long as it's orange, I'll keep it. If it's not orange, I'm not uploading it into the system. So in this case, I could go ahead and write all my comps down in the notes. I'm lazy. I'm not going to do that for this example, but I will take the actual property. And we're going to go ahead and just take this address, put it in here. And so later we can go and put it into the spreadsheet. Now, I'm not going to do that into the CRM. Now, I'm not going to do that right this second because I just want to go over a few properties to show you how easy it is to find deals that are ready to go, that you can literally send an offer at 183,000 at what they're asking is 249. Is it a low ball? No, because it's not 50%. We're at 73% of what they're asking. And I judge everything based off of what's called offer strength. I don't care what the dollar amount is. As long as it's above 70%, higher chance of getting that deal locked up. The closer you have it to 90%, of course, the closer you are to locking up that deal. So we're going to go and find some more properties. Now, the spreadsheet you guys have in the free resources does the exact same thing. It might not have some additional fields, but it's irrelevant. So if you are using this spreadsheet and you know your rates in your area are different for, let's say, fix and flippers or rehab costs, go ahead and you can go ahead and modify them there. But I generally just hide them in here, so I don't have to worry about them. But so we're gonna go ahead and find 2 more properties, and then I'll show you how to actually send the offers and kind of go from there. So let's go back. I'm just going to go ahead and click next and let us. So we'll go ahead and click on the next property and do the same exact thing. I'm going to scroll down directly to comparables, and let's see, I'm going to redraw my lines based off the main streets. Probably don't want to get too close to the water on this one. and keep it something like that. There's 2 properties in here. One of them is for sale. We don't want that. This one is a 3-1. It doesn't meet our comp. Sold. Let's see what else we have. All right, so we're a 2-1. I'm not sure what these are. They're 0-1s, 2-1s, 2-1s, 2-1s. Let's just sort by build first. So within range, lot size, everyone's smaller than us. Levels, we're all the same. So the only ones we got to figure out are these 0-1. So the 0 bed, 1 bath. They're probably 2-1s or 3-1s, but we'll figure that out in a second. But let's go back to sort these, take out all the ones above 90%. And now we're left with 4 properties. Now again, are they renovated? We don't know yet. Does this look renovated as a 2-1? You can kind of go into it and just make sure. We'll go ahead and pull it up into Zillow. Privy doesn't have pictures, and Zillow doesn't have pictures. Try Redfin, try something else. In worst case scenario, you don't have pictures, but you want to still use it as a comp if you have no other choice. So it doesn't look like we have pictures for this one. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. I mean, judging by the outside, this part right here, I mean, it's old style. I wouldn't consider it renovated at all by this face, but who knows? So for now, we'll keep it in there. It's at a 76%, and then we'll go ahead and look at the next one. This one does look a little bit maybe cleaned up. Again, not really renovated, but we'll keep it. This one is, the exterior looked renovated. It looks like they cleaned it up, rent ready. That's about it. And then this last one right here, let's see, is the one that's completely renovated. So here's the thing though, this last one is, you know, $430 a square foot, and then this one's $350, and these are, you know, $400, these last two. This was the only one that was really rent ready. The other ones we didn't really see because of pictures and so forth. So I forgot to mention that the sold here, this is way too old anyways, in January, and this is in April. So we're really only left with these two. We take the average of these two. Well, 349 plus 430, 349 plus 430 divided by 2. That's 2 comps at 389 a square foot times our square footage, which is 825. That leaves us at 321,000. Now, most likely this deal is not going to work, and you'll see in a second. So, but we put it in the spreadsheet to really verify. They're asking 248. We'll put it in here. 248. We'll just do again a basic renovation. We have no idea until we call them. And then this is 825 square feet. Well, actually, we might be able to make it work. So we'll keep it. But if it didn't work, I would just leave it there and maybe we reevaluate it later on. But I would not put it inside of the system. I would not send an offer if it does not turn orange at least. So let's go ahead and find one more. We got lucky. Our first 2 properties doesn't always happen, but let's keep going. Comparables. All right. So again, this is the main street right here. I don't want to cross that. I forgot Privy, you gotta click on it. So First Ave, I don't want to pass that. I don't want to pass that street. I don't want to pass 5th Ave. Try to keep it all within this area. Let's go to the sold. Let's sort by built. Keep it within the years. Anything above 66, we will take out. So these last 2. Sort by price. Take out the one that's above 95%. Lot size. Square footage is good always. All right, so bed and bath count. Sort. I don't know what these are. We'll have to figure it out in a second. This is a 250. We don't even want that one. All right, so we have all of these. This wasn't sold in February. We don't want that. This one is on the edge. Technically, it's a little older. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Sorry, I know you're a good price, but I don't care. And then it leaves me with 3 properties. So we'll have to confirm these, of course, and see if they're really a 3-2. Let's just go view the external listing. Again, doesn't really tell us what it is. But this is an old picture because the new one looks like this. So it looks like it was renovated. We'll keep it as a comp. I'm assuming it's a 3-2 just because of the size, and earlier all the other comps are as well. This is a 2-2. I mean, here's the problem, right? We're a 3-1, right? And do we have the ability of getting an extra bathroom? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on the investor that buys this deal. I wouldn't want to go above or change 2 variables. So I might change a bed, I might change a bath, but not a bed and a bath. So the 2-2 here is changing 2 variables. I'm not going to do that. I might consider this one as a comp. It depends. But this property right here also looks like it's renovated. And let's just confirm it real quick. It does not. Maybe. It's decent. It's not really renovated though. Some things are. So nonetheless, though, regardless if it's renovated or not, these are your properties that sold in the area. And those are your comparables. So if I just take these two, there's a major difference in cost per square foot on these. This one we know was renovated, at least the exterior. This one's half-ass renovated and it has a higher square foot. So, I mean, they could be both half-ass renovated. We don't know. But I'll take it regardless and see what we can do with it. So 223 plus 302 divide by 2. That's 262 times our square foot of 1235. And that's $324,000. So again, this looks like another one of those that are like right there. And they're asking 250. Now, how is it that we're getting some decent deals back to back? I don't know. It doesn't always happen that way. There'll be times you'll go through 30 properties before you find one. What is it? 1235 a square foot. So 1235. And so again, I mean, it's lower. It's underneath 70%. I mean, I might not even make an offer on this one just because it's lower than 70%. That's up to you. But we'll take the address anyways, and maybe they'll do a price drop later on. So again, we make our offers based off of how strong our offer is. Now, we can reduce our assignment fee on this one to make it a better offer. On every single one of these we could as well. So, and I'll show you how we can take advantage of this later on once we get actually into the system. So again, let's just find one more property just for sake of it, just because we got lucky 3 in a row. Go back to comps. I don't like targeting this area, but let's just comp it out anyways. You know what? Let's go ahead and take this pencil and take this entire thing. Sold, build. Well, let's sort by date sold, and we'll just remove everything that's before May. All right. Year build 1957. That's fine. 59. They're all within the same year build. The lots are all fair. Levels are fine. All right. Let's do by price point. Everything's underneath 95%. Ours is a 4-2. This is a 4-2. They're all decent comps that we could take on here. Now, the nice thing here, or the one thing we got to pay attention to is this one's kind of inland. If one of those comps were on the water, we probably need to take it off because we're inland. This one right here is kind of close, but we're still decent. That's inland. So I would take all these comps with the exception of this one because it's not on the same part of the island. So that leaves us with all these properties. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like it's going to be another decent deal. How lucky are we? And then we'll go ahead and take the evaluation. Again, let's just real quick look at the pictures. That one looks like it's decent from the exterior, and the interior beautiful. This one, same thing. Today, move on to the next one. Just make sure all of our comps are new. That looks like it's new. Update. This one does not, but we'll double check the inside. That's decent. Yeah, they renovated it. And then this last one looks like it's renovated as well. So all of those are our comps. Our property, we don't exactly know what's going on. Cash only investor's dream. Yeah. Okay, we want that. So right away, let's just take the comps that we have. 307, 294, 311, 342, and 340. Divided by 5. So that's 318 average cost per square foot times our square footage of 1358. I mean, if you're seeing, like, this is literally how easy it is. I mean, we're getting lucky we found multiple properties back to back, but this is literally how easy it is to find properties online. They're asking 314, so put 314. Yes, it's recorded. It'll be inside of the Facebook group. And if I missed other questions, no, we're good. Let's see. All right, so this property again, I don't know what style of renovation it needs. Could need a full renovation, but we'll find out on the phone call. And then this is 1358 as far as square footage. All right, again, 74, 75%, decent. I like it. We're going to take it, and then I'll show you guys what to do next with all these properties. Now, you could honestly upload this as a spreadsheet. I'm going to not do that. I'm just going to upload them one by one just because I don't have all the information right away. But just so you guys kind of see, like, most of you guys don't have systems, so we're going to go ahead and click on add an opportunity. In this case, I'm going to add the address. I also want to find who is the agent on this address and find out who they are. So Angie Hudson, I have their phone number, and oops, contact Angie, add the contact, take their phone number so I can call them, go back, put their phone number in. I really want their email, so I'm going to take Angie, take all this, and can't spell. Put this in, maybe we can find her email. So Angie at call Angie Florida. There's a good email we can take. So, oh, so they put, let's see if she put it down here. Contact. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and take that email. I'll put it in here as well. And then we'll go ahead and create that one. We'll go back. We'll take the next one. And yeah, sure. Add opportunity. We'll do the same exact thing. Go back here, paste the address. Again, if you're doing this, you could just put all the agent information in your spreadsheet directly, put their name, their phone number, and their email. You can do it right here if you want to do it for free, not use the system. And then let's see, Hillary, post, paste. If you already have the contact, just use your existing contact. Just verify the phone number, of course, in the email. And then we'll take the phone number, and then we will go ahead and do the same exact thing we just did. Our Homes USA, paste, email, find their email. Don't see it. Don't see it. Your email required. If it's not in the description, they typically don't have it. And I could be a little bit more and probably go into something. Maybe. But I'm not going to waste my time. if I don't find it. I can just call them and ask for it. So that one's fine. I'll upload it without the email. Go ahead and create this one. Close that out. Go ahead and add another property. We'll add this opportunity. Same idea. Take the address, paste it. Are we seeing how simple this is to find property information as well, on top of how easy it is to make an offer? Because it should be easy. Look, again, the only thing I'm doing differently here is instead of putting it in the spreadsheet, I'm putting it into a system. Makes life easier for follow-ups later on. Go ahead and put their phone number. Go back. Let's go ahead and take all of this. Email. Looks like Haiti sums it up. See if we can find it somewhere else. Okay, here we go. Haiti. Got their email. Go back. Add it in. Create the opportunity. Last one. Same idea. Cool. To go off. Add opportunity. Put the address in. No Zillow. 4290. Huh. Is this not for sale? It is. Where is my agent information? Listed by Hillary. Again, is that the same Hillary we had before? Let's see. Yes, it is. So we'll just take her information. We don't have her email. Did they possibly put her email in here? No. All right, cool. So create the opportunity. We have 2 properties here for Hillary, but we don't have their email. The next really stage, and this is probably where it probably would have been easier to upload a list, but what I really want is my offers that I have here. So I'll just copy them in. So what is it, 1701? On their property fields, if you scroll down, I like to put my offer in here directly. And then maybe a discount price of, I mean, how much am I making on this deal on assignment? 16.9. I mean, I'm okay with losing $7,000 on it. So go back and let's just go down or go up 7,000. So we'll go to 190. Let's say 110. We'll go ahead and update that. EMD offer, I'd probably just do 1%. So I don't know, $1,800 of 183. And we'll hit update. We'll do the same thing for the other ones. So 446 and 181. Again, I'm making what, 16 on this one, so I'm okay with losing, let's say 6. So scroll down. So 187,903. 3, and then let's say again another 1,800 right here for the EMD, and then let's go back to 4750. Again, just take it. Property fields. How much am I making on this one? 16 again. Okay, with losing 6. So what's 173? Let's say 173. 308. EMD 1600. Update, and then the last one 4290. Property fields. Might probably would have been easier just to upload the list, but whatever. How much are we making on this one? 21. So let's say we can possibly go down. I mean, we could do multiple different variations on this one, multiple offers. So we'll just say we'll go down like 7K for now. And then we could always go up. So 242, 152. We'll say 2300 for EMD. We'll go ahead and update that. Now that everything's inside of your system, technically we already evaluated these deals, so we could just move them over. Next stage we probably want to do is call and process and verify what style of rehab and just let them know and say, hey, we're going to shoot you an offer, right? Those that we already have emails for, so Hillary we don't, right? And let's see with this one. So that's Hammond. Okay, this is also Hillary. So we can't technically shoot offers on these ones because there's no email. But the one that, let's say, Haiti, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and shoot the offer for both of these right away. Okay. Now, it actually won't send because it's 8:38 in the in the evening, and I have it set that it won't send until 9 o'clock in the morning. But these will send out an offer directly to the agent. It's preferred to call, but you have the ability to, of course, send the offers directly in this state. Now, this is me just being lazy, of course, just shooting offers without calling them, but it's also 8:30 at night, and I'm not calling anybody at 8:30 at night. I still have to call this agent and figure out their phone number before I shoot them an offer because there's 2 properties here. And I'll probably just talk about both properties since I have her on both. And the goal is to get one of these, right? Like, you want to, the reality, like, you want to at least make, if you want to get a deal, make 50 offers with 70% or higher in offer strength. It took us 39 minutes and we found 4 properties and we were able to potentially send out offers on these properties. Now, what it will look like, when the offer is sent, offer to purchase on the property 1701 41st Street in St. Pete. They got a purchase price. They got the EMD inspection period, my company, which is a test account. How I'm financing the deal, what title company that I want to use here in Florida, or the seller's choice. Seller pays, realtor commissions, 30-day close, my proof of funds right here, everything ready to go. Where they can contact me. I guess I didn't attach a phone number to this one, but it's okay. That's how easy it is to send the offer. Now, what's going to happen now is if they don't answer my offer, it'll still be followed up. The same way on Easy LOI. The same exact way. Follow up 1 with the discount. Follow up 3. If they don't respond, call them, text them, email them, carrier pigeon, I don't care. All right, do what you need to do. So if you don't have, here, let me show you something. You can literally do the same thing because this is what I did before I had systems. So I created email templates. Okay. Here, let me offer to purchase. Let's just go with this. So in my email, right, and notice how I received that test email. You can literally do it right here and just change these values every time. You don't need a system. It's literally that easy. Just change your variables. Your proof of funds stays here. You have your nice little signature at the bottom. You maybe don't have automatic follow-ups, right? That's what a CRM is for. But at least now you have it already. Like, you could literally just send them an offer. You just change the address here, change the purchase price, change your EMD. You're good to go. Shoot the offer to the agent's email, and then maybe go back to your spreadsheet and say, okay, I've sent the offer. Done. Well, let's follow up. Let's send the follow-up offer. Let's send them a second follow-up. Let's actually call them. Let's text them. Let's do whatever we need to do to get a hold of them, right? That's what you would do in this circumstance. But like when we say, oh, I don't know what properties to target, I don't know how to shoot offers, I don't know how to evaluate a deal, it literally does it for you. The spreadsheet and the system can do it for you. There's not really any excuses. The spreadsheet is free. We can get started right now. Most of you guys have systems, so take advantage of those systems too. But we need to be constantly looking for new properties. Whether you're doing easy LOI or LOI blaster or whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, you're only going to be handling the conversations that reply, the most important conversations. So what are you doing in your free time? You should be finding properties and sending more offers. Cash deals. You make more on assignment fee on cash deals than you ever make on creative deals, by the way. Brandon, you've wholesaled both cash and creative, right?
Yeah.
Which ones do you
I made
typically make more?
I made $156,000 on a cash deal where the end buyer paid $307,000.
Dang,
So
you
I
beat
mean,
my 88,000. But dang, okay, cool.
I did that last November, so
Mhm.
I think I'm due for another big deal.
Yeah, I mean, like, cash deals always make more money.
I do.
I know we all want to lock up creative deals because we want to buy 1 out of 5 of them, right? Or whatever your ratio is. But at the same time, if you want to make money and you've run out of data, you pulled all the lists for low equity, you've done all your easy LOI, you're just waiting patiently for deals to come in. Go find a deal on Privy. Go find a deal on Zillow. Go find a deal on Redfin. Put it in your system. Send them an offer. What's holding you back? Yourself. That's it. Right? Just taking the action. Yeah. So for those that don't have it, where's my? You go to the website, scroll all the way down to the bottom, click on free resources, put your email in here. It'll get sent to your inbox. You'll get this, right? Inside of the Triple C solution, you'll have all my calculators. The one we were just working on was the MLS Outreach version 4. Mine's just named something different because it's my original. So that's exactly what it is. MLS Outreach version 4 does the same exact thing. Here's your version as a template. And if you need to change, make a copy, of course. If you need to change your rehab, change them right here for your particular area. Everything else is the same. Cool? Because I literally had somebody come to me. It's like, Mo, I really want to get the easy LOI, but I can't afford it right now. I'm like, don't get it then. You don't need it. Start right here. It's free. Hell, the original CRM to do this has a 2-week trial. Go get a deal within that time frame. Like, you don't need to do easy LOI or LOI blaster because everyone else is doing it. Having locked up a cash deal first, you probably shouldn't be doing creative deals because you don't know how to handle conversations, let alone talk to agents. So I'm always going to recommend the cash version of MLS by finding deals and evaluate them first before the easy LOI. Easy LOI, don't get me wrong, it's awesome. It's the greatest thing in the world, right? That we can just mass blast emails and it's cool. But what do you do when someone replies and you can't handle that conversation? You're going to pass it to Brandon. You're going to pass it to me. You're going to pass it to somebody else who knows how to handle the deal because you can't handle it. But at least the cash deal, you can. They like your number. You got the deal. That's really what it is. They don't care about you.